Hello, today we are going to be reading Hippos Are Huge. This story is written by Jonathan London and illustrated by Matthew Truman. So this story is nonfiction. Does anyone remember what nonfiction means?
It's true.
Excellent! It means that the information in this story is going to be true. So what are we going to be learning true information or facts about today? Use the picture to help you in the title. Hippos are huge. So what are we going to be learning about?
Hippos.
Hippos. Hippos or a hippopotamus. Excellent job. Before we start reading today, I do have some vocabulary that I want to go over with you to help us better understand the story. The first word we're going to talk about is monstrous. Can you say that?
Monstrous.
Excellent. Monstrous means having extraordinarily, often overwhelming size. So what that means is it's really, really big. The next word is nostrils. Can you say nostrils?
Nostrils.
And that's this area right here on your nose. Can you point to your nostrils? Don't touch them, just point to them. Excellent job. Oops. We have the word glide. Can you say glide?
Glide.
To move smoothly, continuously, and effortlessly. And here we have 3 examples to show glide. And a cattle egret. Can you say cattle egret?
Cattle egret.
Excellent job. And that's important that you know that that is a type of bird. That's going to be in our story today. And then lastly is commotion. Can you say commotion?
Commotion.
That is a state of being confused and noisy and a disturbance. If we look here, kind of the commotion is caused by the leaf blowing, the dog barking, loud music. There's a lot going on. All right, so now we are ready to read. Hippos are huge. Hippos are huge. Except for elephants, no other land animals are as large as hippopotamuses. They can weigh as much as 50 men. Wow. And then what I like is this book gives captions that give us even more information. So down here it says, a full-grown bull weighs up to 4 tons and can be 12 feet long. Whoa. A hippo has the biggest mouth of any animal except for a whale. Watch out. Hippo's yawn is a threat. It means stay away. Which do you think is the most dangerous animal in Africa? A lion? A crocodile? No. Can you guess what it's going to be? Would you believe the hippo is the most dangerous animal in Africa? Okay, we're going to come back and read these captions. In fact, whales, along with dolphins and porpoises, are hippo's closest living relatives. A hippo's jaw can open 4 feet. You wouldn't want to try it, but you could stand a baseball bat straight up inside a hippo's mouth. So if we put a baseball bat, it could go inside, up and down. That's how large the opening of our hippo's mouth is. So again, the hippo is the most dangerous animal in Africa. It says, though it's hard to prove, many sources claim that hippos kill more people in Africa than any other wild animal does. Mothers sometimes kill to protect their young, while bulls kill to protect their territory. So they're killing to keep their babies safe or to protect where they are. With their monstrous jaws and razor-sharp tusks, hippos can bite a giant crocodile in half or chomp a small boat in two. Whoa! And they are fast. They can run faster than a human, and they can travel faster in water too. I find that very interesting. I didn't think hippos would be very fast. Over here it says, hippos' tusks can probably grow longer than your arms. Whoa! Oop, now they're underwater. Hippos don't really swim. Look, first hippos dived with her ears pressed against her head and her nostrils closed. So remember, those nostrils are closed. Next, she bounces gracefully along the bottom, kicking off with her hind legs and glides. Then dances on her tiptoes and kicks off again. A hippo can run 25 miles per hour and travel 6 miles per hour in the water, faster than Olympic swimmers. They go really fast underwater. You might think such huge creatures would be awkward underwater, but they're surprisingly graceful. Like whales, hippos communicate underwater with clicks, squeaks, and deep, thunderous bellows. Hippos can hold their breath for up to 5 minutes. That's really interesting. They can hold their breath 5 minutes and they communicate underwater with sounds. Hippo bursts through the surface, spouting fountains of water from her nostrils. Hippos must stay in water as much as possible to keep their skin from drying out. On land, their skin oozes a slimy reddish oil that acts as a sunscreen. To avoid the hot sun, hippos do their grazing at night. Interesting. When hippo isn't dancing along in the water or chasing crocodiles, she spends most of the day with just her eyes, ears, and nose sticking out of the water, resting and watching. A cattle egret picks its dinner of insects from hippo's ears, so the bird is cleaning out its ears. A fish nips tidbits of food stuck between hippo's teeth. Yum! Look at that. The bird is eating out of its ear. The fish are cleaning out its teeth. You might think that hippos would snap at birds or fish that come near them, but they don't because they're helping each other. Oh my. Just then a great commotion erupts, and Hippo watches as 2 bulls spare off. The 2 bulls turn and stand, rump to rump. Then they swing their tails like baseball bats and sweat balls of dung at each other. They're having a little fight. Splat, slop. It's a smelly message to keep out. A male hippo is called a bull. A female is called a cow. And a baby is called a calf. It's one way to have an argument. P.U. When this doesn't work, the defending bull yawns to show how powerful his tusks are, then pounces with a great roar. Battles can be bloody and can rage for more than an hour. Both bulls will show battle scars. Wow. And attacks with giant jaws. Hippo watches as they honk and snort until finally the defeated bull limps away. Stronger bulls get to mate with the cows in and around the nursery, where mothers take turns watching the calves. Cows start having babies when they are 7 or 8 years old. In a nearby nursery, Hippo watches baby hippos playing. Playing is good practice for when the bulls will need to protect their territory from other bulls. 2 calves play fight in a hippo tug-of-war with their jaws locked together. Soon it will be Hippo's turn to mate, and in a few months she'll have a baby of her own. Months pass, The rain comes and filled the lakes and rivers, and now it is time. Hippo stands neck deep in water, and a baby is born. A newborn calf weighs 100 pounds. Baby hippo paddles to the surface, and his head pops up for the first breath. Then he dives back down and nudges to have some milk. For the first 4 months, he'll only drink from his mother. Hippos are herbivores, and their main food is grass, which they eat at night. Adults may eat up to 100 pounds a day. It's a lot of grass to eat. A few weeks later, Hippo and her calf join the nursery and wallow in the mud. They snuggle together and gently lick and nuzzle each other. All hippos love to wallow in mud, which keeps them cool. And though hippos are ferocious, they can also be gentle too. So remember, they're only ferocious when they're protecting themselves or their territories. Though baby hippo looks tiny next to his mother, when he's 6 months old, he'll weigh 500 pounds. Hippos are huge. All right, so now that we've done our reading of Hippos Are Huge, I have some questions for you. So, what was this story mostly about? So what would we say this story is mostly about?
Hippos.
Hippos. Let's see. A hippopotamus or hippos. Excellent job. So now I want you to think about what facts did we learn about hippos? So remember, at the beginning we said this story was nonfiction. This was an informative text teaching us all about hippos. So I'm going to give you a minute to think. See if you can come up with 2 or 3 facts that you learned. Do you remember any facts?
They drink from their mother.
Excellent. So our newborn baby calves drink from their mother. That's how they get their food when they're first born. Great job. So some other facts you might have thought of. I put down a hippo is the most dangerous animal in Africa. I thought that was really interesting because I would have never have thought that. I also have hippos like to wallow in the mud, and I learned that's how they keep cool. At 6 months old, a hippo can weigh 500 pounds. I thought that was really interesting, and also that when they're born, they can weigh up to 100 pounds. And lastly, I put hippos are graceful underwater and glide. I thought that was so interesting. Since they're such large animals, I didn't think they would be so graceful. So, after you do your reading, you can tell someone about what you have learned. You could write about what you have learned and do a little informative writing of your own. Or you could create something to show what you have learned. And I've added some little crafts you could do, maybe to go along with your writing. Maybe you'll make a hippo of your own. All right, so thank you so much for listening today, and I hope that you learned something about our animal, the hippopotamus. Bye.